Hello, welcome to the channel that aims to bring some light to games left in the dark. This is From the Void. So, in commemoration of Mario Day 2021, I decided to make a special episode about the most iconic franchise in video games. Since this is From the Void, I'll be focusing on the forgotten, the underappreciated, and the obscure characters in the Mario universe. Characters that have great designs, personalities, or stories behind them, and that deserve more time in the spotlight. So get ready for the top 20 obscure, underappreciated, or forgotten characters in the Mario universe. Enjoy! Number 20. Did you know that Wario, of all people, has saved not one, but two princesses? And that these rescues were both completely unintentional. One of them is Merelda. Yep, here she is, in all her princess glory, with her little green hat with a pon-pon. I think she's great. But you know who doesn't care about any of this? Wario, that's who. He couldn't care less about poor Princess Merelda here. He's just after the treasure. She approaches him to thank him for rescuing her, and this is what he does to her. Let's appreciate this in slow motion. Anyway, 20th place goes to Merelda.
Next!
Number 19. Did you know that Peach also has a game of her own? Yep, it's Super Princess Peach. She's moody, she floats, it's great. Well, not really, the game's kinda average overall. However, there is a sentient umbrella in this game by the name of Perry the Parasol. He's introduced with a really promising backstory about how he was apparently a little boy who lived with his grandfather, and when you finish the game, nothing happens. It's like they just forgot to give his story any kind of conclusion. It's really weird. So if we think about it, there is still, to this day, a little boy trapped inside an umbrella in the Mario universe. And we haven't seen Princess Peach use Perry as her parasol since this game. So presumably he's still hanging on one of her closets in her castle or something, completely forgotten. That's outrageous if you ask me. Couldn't they have made him turn back into a boy in the end of this game? And find his grandpa maybe too? It's like if in Pinocchio, the story ended when Geppetto gets eaten by a whale and Pinocchio never goes after him. And that was it, the end. It's just so undignifying. The only thing that happens is that Perry says that he will hang around with Peach because he has this feeling that maybe someday he will get to see his grandpa again. I'm not making this up, read it yourself. How sad is this? Come on Nintendo, have a heart. Just maybe, Perry. Just maybe, someday. Hang tight, little buddy. Some of us didn't forget you. 19th place for poor little Perry. Number 18. Now, another shocking fact about the Mario universe. Did you know that Mario has saved a prince? In fact, he has saved a number of them. In Yoshi's Safari, the endangered royalty is Prince Pine. He is the prince of Jewerly Land or whatever, that is attacked by Bowser, who wants the 12 magic jewels that unite this kingdom. And by acquiring the jewels, Bowser apparently splits the land into two, creating a dark world for himself. And by the way, in my humble opinion, who cares about Jewerly Land? I mean, look at it. It looks hideous. There's a clearly haunted house here, some floating ruins over there, everything is obviously uninhabitable, and to the east, I mean, what is this? It's like half of a giant rotting carrot. And this is presumably the way into this place. Who wants to travel through a rotting carrot? The whole place is awful. So I say, let Bowser have it. If back in the SNES days Mario would have let him have the stupid Jewerly Land Dark World that no one cares about, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Anyway, so it's up to Mario and Yoshi to save the day by defeating Bowser and rescuing Prince Pine. So there you go, 18th place to Prince Pine. Why? Because he was the first prince to be rescued by Mario. I know it's a stretch, but I wanted to talk about this and this was the best reason I could find. And also, he's got some great hair, and the feather on his head is a nice touch. So there you go, that should be enough reasons. Prince Pine, 18th place. Number 17. I'm probably bending the rules of top lists with this one, but who cares? Of course most people know about the greedy weirdo Wario. I mean, I even already talked about him in this very video. But not that many people know that once, Baby Wario was a playable character. In Yoshi's Island DS, Wario is one of the several babies that can hop on Yoshi's back. Each baby in this game comes with a unique set of abilities. Now, guess what Wario can do? Just guess it. He uses a huge-ass magnet to push and pull metal around, including coins. Now think about this. How appropriate is this? Think about how consistent it is that even when he was a little baby, Wario was really just looking to get himself rich. Any consequential heroism he does is merely by accident. He is so greedy that he will actually leave the party after World 3 to pursue more riches. He just straight up abandons the party and joins this group of bandits here. I mean, how awesome is that? Baby Wario also made a recent comeback in Dr. Mario World as an unlockable character, and he is still carrying around the huge magnet, and his missions are all related to collecting coins. Again, consistency. So there we go, 17th place to Baby Wario. Now, on a side note, can we please get Baby Waluigi already? In any game, even as a NPC or whatever. Talk about disrespect, man, even Rosalina has her baby form already. Anyway, moving on. Number 16. There are some great Mario and Luigi games, and there are some not so great Mario and Luigi games. Mario and Luigi's Dream Team stands somewhere in the middle. It's not the best, but it does have a bunch of great features, such as the Mega Luigi sequences. Let me say this again, Mega Luigi sequences. But this entry is not about Luigi. What I do want to talk about is this magnificent creature here, the Z-Keeper. How great of a design is this? It's like a legendary Pokemon. It's just great. It's great. Also, he's a main plot character in Dream Team, acting like a sort of guardian godly creature. But he tests you before helping you out, and the battle against him is one of the best in the entire game. Maybe even in the entire franchise of Mario RPGs, in my opinion. So yeah, 16th place to the Z-Keeper. Number 15. Remember I said that Wario, Wario again, has saved not one, but two princesses in his career, and both entirely by accident. Yeah, the other one is Princess Shakara. Shakara was a princess of a kingdom from a long time ago, whose spirit was transferred into a black cat when a curse was placed on her by the Golden Diva in the Golden Pyramid. Eventually, some archaeologists find the pyramid and Wario finds out that it's full of unclaimed treasure, so naturally he goes inside to get himself some treasure, you know, as usual, and he ultimately defeats the Golden Diva, which in turn returns Shakara to her true form. Again, completely accidental heroism. Wario didn't even know there was a princess in need of help here. So then, the black cat transforms into a princess right in front of him. She gives him a kiss on the cheek, and right after that, a beam of light as well as 4 angels descend from the sky and whisk her away to heaven. Yeah, Shakara was already dead. It was only her spirit all this time. And while all this is happening, Wario is just sitting there, stupefied. I mean, his face is just priceless. Also, depending on the player's performance during the game, Shakara will take on different forms in the end. So what's not like about her? You can even choose your favorite Shakara form. And let me tell you, they're all great in their own right. So yeah, Shakara, 15th place. Number 14. Next up, and arguably the best Koopa Troopa ever, is Kylie Koopa. Kylie is an overly determined journalist who has her first appearance in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, and who gets into many troubles while looking for a big scoop. And when I say a lot of troubles, I really mean a lot of troubles. First, she gets eaten and spat out by beautiful Yub here, and by the way, how she spins and bounces back and forth after being spat, like we've always seen happen to the Koopa Troopas since Super Mario Bros, is just brilliant. Anyway, back to Kylie's troubles. Then she gets kidnapped by the Shroobs later. There she is, kidnapped. And then finally she gets eaten by Piranha Petey there. Yeah, she's a very reckless character. However, she compensates by being a very reliable source of hidden information and really helps out the team in their times of need. I mean, she really does help out the team. Check this out, here's what she does. She somehow gets herself a Shroob costume, infiltrates the throne room or whatever this place is where the queen hangs around in, then suddenly freaks out and starts taking pictures, which stuns everybody because of course, who the hell is this deranged Shroob spinning around and taking pictures? Then, while everybody is flabbergasted, she draws an alien plasma gun and starts shooting at everyone. It's insane. She just blasts everybody off the screen and saves Mario and Luigi and the babies. I can't even handle it. It's just the best scene ever, man. Kylie Koopa, everybody. Kylie Koopa. Number 13. Now for a more touching moment. In Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, one of the less playable characters to join Mario's party is Admiral Bobbery. Or Bobbery? Anyway, not important. This guy's had a tragic past. He loved both his wife and his life on the seas, but could not have both at the same time. So he would often leave for long periods of time to travel the oceans while his wife, Scarlet, waited for him. One winter, while Bobbery was on one of his travels, Scarlet fell ill and died before his return. Bobbery then blames himself for not being there to take care of her, and vows never to travel the seas again, therefore losing both loves of his life at once. Oh my god, real tragedy in a Mario game. Thousand Year Door, man. What a game. What a game. And listen, I know that Thousand Year Door is a very well known game and therefore its characters can't be considered obscure, but remember, this is also about the underappreciated characters, and Bobbery here is certainly that. Besides having this touching background, Bobbery is just a real badass bob-omb captain with a freaking ship's helm in place of the usual wind-up key of his species. And this whole combination of things about him just make him the best bob-omb ever. Period. 13th place for Admiral Bobbery. Number 12. What's not to like about Ashley?
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
You better learn my name, cause I am Ashley.
She knows the darkest spells and she brews the meanest potions.
You might be the ingredient I seek.
Don't let yourself be fooled by her innocent demeanor.
You should be afraid of the great
Ashley,
Ashley.
she doesn't play with dolls and she never combs her hair.
Who has time for girly things like that?
Ashley is a recurring character in the WarioWare franchise, who is a witch, walks around with her trusty demon imp Red here, and apparently turned her teacher into a spoon somehow. Yeah, I'm not making this up. She says so herself, listen.
Better watch your step or she'll cast a spell on you.
And turn my teacher into a spoon.
And also, in her trophy description in Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, it reads that she is shy and quick to anger, but secretly just wants more friends. So there, we have a witch with feelings here, who just deserves the 12th place.
She can rule the world and still finish all her homework.
Everyone knows that I'm the greatest. Ashley.
Now before we reveal the 11th place, let's go for a quick recap. Number 20 goes to Princess Merelda. 19th place goes to Perry, the sad little boy trapped inside a parasol for 16 years and counting. 18th place for Prince Pine and his great hair. 17th place for Baby Wario leaving the heroes to join the bandits. 16th place to the Zkeeper and all his majesty. 15th place to deceased Princess Shokora. 14th place to Kylie Koopa, the true MVP. 13th place for tragic Admiral Boberi. And 12th place for
Ashley.
number 11. This one is highly confidential. Did you know that Princess Daisy has a hidden sister named Azealia? Look at them side by side. Let's take a minute here and look at Daisy and Azealia side by side. They have the same taste in colors, orange, yellow and white. Both are named after flowers, and not only that, they are both flowers that are found in these three colors, orange, yellow and white. Both have the same hair color and also same eyes, same eyebrows, same skin, same teeth, you know, etc. And still, Nintendo denies this poor girl's royalty and even existence nowadays. Azealia is one of the characters in the Mario Golf series of games. These games were made by Camelot Software, and apparently their Japanese site once stated that Daisy is Azealia's sister, but that statement has since been deleted. What is up with that? Why have a character so similar to another and deny their relation? Think about it. If they're sisters, Azealia is also a princess. And in the golf games, Azealia's father is also referenced, so that would be the king of Sarasaland. That would mean that Camelot Software created not one, but two pretty important characters. It seems that they went out of their bounds by creating royalty in the Mario universe. It's likely that Nintendo allowed or didn't notice the introduction of Azealia as Daisy's sister and then realized that would create a lot of consequences for their canon, then decided to remove relationship between Daisy and Azealia altogether. So yeah, sure, Azealia doesn't have a lot of personality or anything, you know. I don't see any fans of Azealia going out on the streets because of how great she is or anything, but she's been robbed of her rights to the throne and of her very existence even. You don't do that, you know. So I feel for her. So it's decided. 11th place for Azealia. At least she gets the crown of today's top list. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and sharing this with your friends. That way it will be helping me keep making these videos, as they are very time consuming. Also, let me know in the comments which characters do you consider the best, obscure or underappreciated in the Mario universe. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for part 2. See you later!